Hello, this is Father Pete, and I'm so glad to be in your home with you.
Today, the readings for the Octave of Easter repeat the warning that St. Peter gave to early Christians. He told them that they would definitely undergo trials in their faith. He said that the trials could come from doing good and Christian deeds and being pointed out for that, but the trials also could come from the day-to-day things that go wrong in life, and that handling them in a Christ-like manner brings credit to the Christian faith. The readings today mention two things that can help us in our trials. First is a clean conscience, and the second thing is the power of Jesus in the Eucharist. A clean conscience will help us because when we have no fear of God, we can approach Him, and then we receive strength when we're close to Him. You might remember when you were a child and you did something wrong, you were very hesitant to be close to your parents, that they might find out or they might want to talk about what you did wrong, and therefore you might have missed out on their company. Well, when we're afraid of God because of a bad conscience, we have the same loss. And of course, we need to feel that we're close to God when we're undergoing trials. The other source of strength mentioned in the readings today is the Eucharist, Jesus' body and blood. St. Paul speaks so much about being strengthened through Jesus in communion. And also, Jesus said that He would be with us, that when His body and blood was inside of us, we would feel Him and that we would have real life within us. And I think most people notice that when they take communion, they're different. Like after Mass, we're calmer. We may tend to argue less. We feel some sort of completedness that we didn't have before. What we're sensing, of course, is the presence of Christ inside of us. You can also see how conscience and communion would interact. When we have a clean conscience, Jesus' presence there inside of us is not blocked either. We're not afraid of Him. We simply open up our heart to whatever He wants to say. And most people would agree that when they're feeling good, or if they've just gone to confession, that communion is much more powerful for them. Now, during this virus crisis, we may not be able to receive communion regularly, but there's absolutely nothing stopping us from working on our consciences. And if we work on our conscience when we are able to receive communion again, there will be nothing to stop us from receiving Jesus' consolation and His strength.
God bless you. Take care.